Hey guys, it's Andrew back again with an unboxing. This is an unboxing from a company that I've never purchased from before. It's called Blade City. They sell knives and swords and pretty much just blades. Um, I have never bought anything from them before. I actually just saw an ad on my Instagram feed based on other things that I like, and I went on their website and they have really decent prices. So what this should be is a mystery box that has 12 knives in it. I also bought a like trainer butterfly knife because I kind of want to learn how to do that, but I know if I buy a real one, I'm just gonna cut myself with it. And They had a special deal going on, and so this also came with a free sword of some sort. Um, on top of this, I also subscribe to something that they have called the Sword of the Month. And as you guys can tell, it's a pretty decent sized box. The Sword of the Month, it's like 35 bucks a month, and I subscribed to this a while ago, but it just shipped out at the end of the month, just now. And so tomorrow I should be getting my Sword of the Month sword. So that's also very exciting. Alright. Not sure exactly how I want to do this. It looks like it did come in a few different boxes, so I'm going to take the boxes out. I want to do the sword first because it's kind of really what I'm excited about the knives too. It's come in 3 different boxes, just 2. Just 2 different boxes. Alright. So this is the free sword that they sent me. I want to open it by the handle first. Awesome. Alright. Oh, this is really cool. It's not just a sword. It came with 2 little throwing knives as well. And they're actually really cool color. The throwing knives, which are relatively sharp, not terribly sharp. Actually, they're pretty dull. Sorry, they're actually pretty dull. The point is actually what's it's very small actually for a throwing knife. But it'd be something interesting for me to. I already have a little bit, and by a little bit I mean very, very little experience with throwing knives, in the sense that one of my friends has throwing knives, and I've been over to his house and tried to throw them and failed miserably. Is pretty much my experience with throwing knives. So I don't know. I might have to set something up in my backyard that I can throw stuff at. And based off of the fact that these 2 are blue. I don't know if you can tell that there's like a blue, the blades are actually blue. And the handle to this knife looks very similar to those 2. Sorry, not knife, this is a sword. I am going to assume that the sword also has a blue blade, which would be really cool. And it does. It also comes with a sheath. Oh, cool. And the sheath actually holds the 2 throwing knives. That is very cool. Geeking out a little bit here. Right. Comes with a plastic protective film. Again, the side of this is not terribly sharp. And it looks like I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. And I don't know if this has a film over it or not. It doesn't really look like it. But I'm assuming the point's it's decently sharp. It's not incredibly sharp. So that's the blade, and you can see this has a blue tint to it as well. So that's really cool. It is pretty small, and I don't know if I expected it to be this small or not. I want to try and find something to cut down. If I find something, I'll cut it and then I'll put it on this. Anyway, so there's that, and then the sword back in the sheath. Trying to figure out how that works. Alright. So that's very cool. I make no judgments on these things because they were free. this whole thing, 2 throwing knives and a sword, was free, and I think that that's really cool. Now we can go on to the next thing, which is this big box, and hopefully this will have my trainer in it. Alright, so this is just a big box full of a bunch of little boxes. I guess at this point I'm just going to take them out one by one. I want to make sure that I have everything. Make sure that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So one of these boxes is my trainer. They actually sent me more things than I asked for, maybe. It comes with a sticker. I think it's a sticker based on other videos that I've seen. It's definitely a sticker, but it got really messed up in the box. So I did order this. This is a blue like keychain knife, and so it's got like the, show it up close. It's got like that thing that's on like the nail clippers, and it's a file, and then it also has a knife, like a little tiny pocket knife. And so I ordered this blue one, and they also sent me a silver one. So I don't know if these mystery boxes just come with one of these, and in which case I should have not bought the other one. But I guess I'm just going to go one by one. This may be a little bit of a longer unboxing, given that it's almost already 7 minutes, and I'm just now starting to open 12 knives. So bear with me, if you will. Hopefully these will be some pretty cool knives in here. Right. That is really cool. It's a strange color. Interesting that there's the brand, it looks, is called Elk Ridge. And there's actually like an elk cut out in the middle of the blade, which is very cool. I don't really like this thing. I don't like the cord on the end, but I can just take that off later. So that's that. Locking mechanism on that is really tight. Alright. And I'll put these all in like a picture and try and add that to the end of the video. The video editing software that I was using is not working anymore, and so I'm trying to find a different one that I can figure out how to use. Alright, so I cannot tell if this is the trainer that I got or if it's an actual knife. Actually, I can see through the little holes that it has on here, and this is the trainer, and I don't even know how to. That was strange. And that is why I would cut myself. I don't know how to. Okay, so you can see the why I would cut myself. This is a trainer though. It's just a piece of metal in the middle representing what would be the blade, but it isn't actually sharp, so I can learn how to do this without cutting myself, and then potentially once I learn, I can get one that's actually sharp. Although I'm being told that butterfly knives are illegal almost everywhere. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they're illegal to own or just illegal to carry out in public. This doesn't look like it has any tape on it. Oh, that's cool. Looks kind of like a tactical knife. Can't tell exactly how this is supposed to. Very strange way of opening it. It's an assisted opening knife, and you're supposed to like push this down and it opens. Strange mechanism. I haven't seen that on any of my other assisted opening knives that I have, but it's really cool. It's interesting. It's new. I appreciate new things, so that one's cool too. And the locking mechanism, definitely not as tight on that one as it is on that other one that I was trying to close. Right. Just 2 pieces of tape on this one. And it's looking to me like, for the most part, these are probably going to be all folding knives. For the most part, I see some that I'm pretty sure are not. But for the most part, they will be. So this is the first one that I've opened that has this little ridge right here. I'm not entirely sure what it's for. There is a blade in there. So I'm not exactly sure what that's for. It probably something hunting related that I don't know about. Alright. So that one's really cool. It's got a skull on the middle right here. I like the texture. The color is a little strange. It's kind of like a almost olive green mixed with like a beige or something like that. But I like the design of the blade with the holes in there. So that one's cool. Alright, this one's a little bit longer. I don't know a lot about what they do at Blade City, but there are knives called stilettos, which are kind of long. I'm assuming that's what this is, given how long it is. And I'm not sure exactly which side to open this from. And it's that side, and look how long. Okay, I'm huge. I have big hands. This thing is, I mean, this is as long as my forearm, longer than my forearm. I am 6'7", and this thing is longer than my forearm. Locking mechanism is interesting, something I haven't seen before. So just so, I don't know if you guys can see me opening this before. The blade is the entire length of this, and it's got to be 7 inches at least, and then adding the blade on top, so that's cool. I will place everything that I own on the fact that this blade is probably illegal to carry. That one's big. I want to save the big ones for last. This one is very tiny, so I'm interested to see what this is. They have what I think are called micro OTC knives. I don't know what the OTC stands for, but I've seen videos of them and they're kind of interesting looking. This is not what it is. This is just a very small bifold knife. And it just opens like that. Easy to keep on your person. It's got the locking mechanism back here. Just push down and fold. I don't think I've even seen this knife on their website, so that's definitely interesting. All right. There is a knife that I saw in someone else's unboxing that was like an American flag, and I'm kind of hoping that I get something like that because that would be very interesting. Alright, another bifold knife. This one's bright orange. Orange is one of my favorite colors, so that's really cool. A lot of these, I mean, this has got some weight to it, and they just feel like very well made. So yeah, I like that one. This one is also assisted opening. It's got like a little spring inside, so it actually opens up all the way when you just kind of flick the little thing on the back end. This one is actually really cool looking. Not exactly, it's strange because this side is textured and then this side is completely smooth, and you can actually kind of see that on the camera how smooth that one is compared to the texture on this one. That is actually a very thick blade. I'm curious how sharp some of these are. Well, given the fact that I had paint just on the edge of my finger and just going like that, it scraped all of the paint off of my hand. I'm gonna go with the fact that this is at least decently sharp. The point is actually not really. I don't know if you guys can tell. That point doesn't really look all that sharp. This is also assisted opening, so it opens all the way. Just with the little flick of this thing down here. Alright, so if my count's correct, I've opened 8 knives, but one of those was the Trainer butterfly knife that I got. So in this box there were a total of 13 boxes. I have opened 8 of them, so I have 5 left. I know this is already going on 15 minutes, so I'm sorry. If those of you who are still watching, thanks for bearing with me. Another one of these. Wow. That's got a really interesting design on the blade. It's really cool. And I can't tell if that's like grease. Yeah, I'll have to clean up some of these. Wow, I like the locking mechanism on that. It was really smooth. Alright. So I have this box and another box that's about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, and then I've got 2 pretty big boxes. So I'm excited to see what might be in those. I'm thinking maybe like a K-bar type knife. This is interesting. It's a very cool design. I don't think there's anything on the back except the clip. Oh, it's a black cross. I don't know which side I open. I open from that side. That's really cool. Very interesting design. Like the use of the sides of the cross as and it's assisted opening. So, you know, got the cross. That is very cool. And although this might look, based on the fact that both sides narrow, that both sides are sharp, but it's really just this side is sharp, and then this side is very dull. So, interesting. I'm liking the diversity in some of these knives. They're very, very cool designs. Here's another Elk Ridge. Same brand as the little tiny silver one that I got, and the one that I got with the elk carved into, like die cut out of the blade. This one is different. This one came with a sheath. So let's open that up. Very interesting. Not folding, that's why it comes with a sheath. It's very tiny. I'm not sure exactly what I'd use this for, especially given my very large hands, but it is cool. So that's that. Throw that back in here. All right, get that back in the box. And on to the 2 big boxes. These are the 2 bigger boxes that I was talking about. I'm gonna open the smaller of the 2 first, leave the big box for the finale. It feels like this one probably has a sheath in it as well, and it does. Alright. Again, I don't really like these cords, but I can just take them off if I like. Not sure exactly what type of knife this is supposed to be. It's a bit of a strange knife. Again, I'm not sure what I would do with this. I'm not really one to carry knives like on the outside of my pocket in a sheath like this. But, you know, they're cool to have. Hang up on the wall or something. Use them when I go outdoorsing, which unfortunately with school doesn't happen very often. All right, this is the big one. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said in a couple of my videos, I use my iPad to record these videos, and I guess I ran out of space. And given that this video was about 19 minutes before it stopped recording, I don't blame it. But there were a bunch of like other videos that I had done that I hadn't deleted yet. They were just taking up space, so ran out of space to take video. The other beginning part of this video ended right when I was trying to open this out of the box. I did end up finishing the whole video and then realizing that it wasn't recording. So this is what came out of that last box. Now, I was holding this and I noticed this little piece back here, and I was like, wow, they're trying to make this look like it's a folding knife. And then I look on the inside and it looks like there's room for the knife to fit. And so I got a little curious, so I pressed this down and folded it, and it doesn't go closed, but it locks right in the middle, and it turns into that. I mean, that is just like awesome. I was so happy when I saw that it did that. It's not something like anything that I have currently, so I think that that's really cool. And then of course, when storing it, I can put it back in its locking position up here, throw it in the sheath, and lock it back up. So that's about it. If you guys stuck through this whole video, I appreciate it. There are a lot of cool designs that Blade City has. I just kind of wanted to showcase them to you. If you wanted to try to do the same thing that I did, again, this was a mystery box with 12 knives. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully right after this there will be a picture of all the knives.